How do we live in this beautiful place when the sea level rises higher?
Sea level rise, coastal erosion and climate change is no joke. It is happening around us as we speak.
What's happening up in the North Island has been devastating to watch and even more devastating to live through. It's all much more firmly on our radar now.
The impacts locally are starting to be shown. Impacts on the community, on infrastructure, access.
Areas could become inundated, roads could become covered, and so coastal communities are under some threat.
We really need to be sure that we are protecting our land, communities, marae, whānau, hapu and iwi. I think it's community voices of this panel that can prepare council for the needed change.
Today you have brought your values to the table.
My name's Daryl Miller. I'm the independent chair of the Coastal Panel. The Coastal Hazards Adaptation Program team, the CHAP, is a team within Christchurch City Council.
Council is starting its planning process in the Lyttelton Harbour, Whakaraupō-Port, Levy, Koukourarata area. We've established a coastal panel of community and Runanga representatives living in the area to work with low-lying coastal and inland communities that will be affected by sea level rise, coastal erosion, coastal flooding and rising groundwater. It's a co-creation to facilitate strong decision making by the community alongside the Specialist and Technical Advisory Group, or the STAG as we call them. We have engineers, wellbeing specialists, we have economists, coastal scientists. It's quite a mix of people involved.
So the Coastal Panel absolutely has expertise, but they are fundamentally a community-led group.
So often council goes out and consults on what it thinks should happen, and for me it's so important to involve the community and the community feelings that they own this, because it's going to impact so many people.
We're expressing our community wishes so that we're aiding those that make the decisions. They know what we're feeling.
Communities around the world are undertaking these kinds of processes and planning for the impacts of climate change. We're not unique in that, but what we do have in Christchurch is the experience of the earthquakes, and we know it's really important to plan in advance so that we know what to do when these significant impacts hit us.
What we know about dealing with anxiety after big shocks is that people need to feel connected, they need to feel safe and calm, they need to have a sense of hope, and they need to feel that they've got something that they can contribute. Parts of the community are talking about things that matter to them, and we're getting a really broad range of views to together address the risks that are ahead of us for this harbour.
We have the opportunity to plan proactively. The communities and council and Runanga to work together and know what our future direction is going to be before we get impacted by all of these hazards.
The fact that the council's aware of it, showing an amazing amount of foresight really. I'm quite proud to be representing the community on that.
We're actually planning some practical stuff that will make a difference for future generations. We've got a bunch of really knowledgeable people to face it head on.